What happens when the young lions finally snap and turn their claws on the very monster who led them? What happens when the most feared unit in WWE violently collapses from the inside out just days before the biggest showdown of the entire year? Brock Lesnar has just been blindsided, brutalized, and betrayed by the very teammates who were supposed to have his back, and what unfolded tonight is so explosive that the entire WWE universe is still struggling to process what they just witnessed. If you're not subscribed yet, now is the moment to do it, because the Vision faction is officially ripping itself apart in a way that changes everything you thought you knew about Survivor Series. For weeks, fans have seen the cracks forming inside Paul Heyman's Vision faction. The body language was off. The confrontations backstage grew sharper. The uneasy alliance between raw strength, ruthless strategy, and hungry ambition was clearly hanging on by a thread. But absolutely nobody expected the volcanic eruption that finally detonated tonight. In a moment that will go down as one of the most shocking betrayals of the entire era, the faction's young monsters finally unleashed their rage on the most dangerous veteran in the group, igniting a civil war at the worst possible time. At the core of the Vision's dysfunction has always been the inevitable clash between established dominance and unrestrained ambition. Brock Lesnar's primal alpha mentality was constantly at odds with Bron Breakker's firestorm intensity and Bronson Reed's quiet but crushing power. It wasn't a matter of whether the tension would explode, the only question was when, and when it finally happened, it happened with a level of brutality that left the arena silent. The ambush came without the slightest warning. Brock Lesnar had finished his obligations for the night and was walking toward his car, unaware of the storm building behind him. Just as he opened the door, Breakker and Reed stepped from the shadows like predators who had been waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Breakker charged first, driving Lesnar into the side of the vehicle with the force of a freight train, and Reed followed instantly with the kind of heavy-handed assault that shook the concrete. Lesnar fought back with that unmistakable ferocity that made him the beast, but even he couldn't overcome the two-on-one ambush. Breakker hit spear after spear, each one more violent than the last, while Reed crushed him against the car with devastating tsunami splashes that bent metal and sent shockwaves through the parking lot. When Lesnar finally collapsed to the ground, battered and gasping, the arena cameras caught the moment Paul Heyman stepped into the frame. His expression wasn't shocked or horrified. It was calm. Calculated. Almost satisfied. "Brock," Heyman said with icy confidence, "the Vision was never about you. It was about the future. And the future doesn't wait for the past to step aside. Sometimes we have to move the old guard out of the way." Breakker towered over the fallen beast, shouting, "This is my time now," while medical staff scrambled in panic, unsure whether Lesnar was even conscious. And in that moment, the entire WWE universe realized what Heyman had been orchestrating from the very beginning. Everyone assumed that Brock Lesnar was the centerpiece of the Vision faction, the unstoppable weapon around which everything else revolved. But tonight revealed that Heyman's plan was far more devious. Lesnar wasn't the foundation of the Vision, he was the tool used to forge Heyman's true soldiers. Breakker's fearless ambition and Reed's destructive force are the future Heyman has always been building toward, and Lesnar was simply the final obstacle standing in their way. What makes this betrayal so shocking is the ruthless strategy behind it. By eliminating Lesnar before Survivor Series, Heyman accomplishes everything he wants in one decisive strike. He elevates Breakker and Reed as the new apex predators of WWE. He removes the unpredictable variable that Lesnar always represented. And he delivers a chilling message to every roster member watching: in the Vision, nobody is untouchable, and loyalty means nothing if it stands in the way of Heyman's evolution. For Roman Reigns' team, this chaos is both an opening and a warning. Without Lesnar, the Vision loses its most dangerous weapon, but it gains two unchained monsters with something to prove and no leash holding them back. And if Heyman is willing to sacrifice Brock Lesnar, imagine what he is willing to do next. The fallout from this implosion is only beginning, and you do not want to miss a second of what's coming. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Did you see this betrayal coming, or did the young lions shock the entire world? The Vision has a new face now, and the chaos that follows will reshape everything. What unfolds when the rising predators of WWE turn on the very beast who once led them? What erupts when the most dominant and intimidating unit in the entire company violently collapses from within, not weeks or months before a major event, but just days before the most important battle of the year? Brock Lesnar has just been ambushed, dismantled, and betrayed by the teammates he was meant to trust, and what happened tonight is so shocking, so sudden, and so explosive that the entire WWE universe is struggling to process it in real time. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the moment to do it, because the Vision faction has officially detonated from the inside, rewriting every expectation you had for Survivor Series and sending the entire landscape into a tailspin. For weeks, fans sensed something dangerous building. Paul Heyman's Vision faction has been radiating tension like a live wire. The stares lasted a little too long. The arguments backstage grew sharper and more frequent. The dynamic between raw power, strategic manipulation, and hungry ambition was stretched so thin it was practically transparent. Everyone saw the storm forming, but nobody predicted how violent the eruption would be when it finally hit. And tonight, it hit with a force that nobody in WWE will forget. In what may go down as one of the most stunning internal betrayals of this era, the young monsters of the faction finally unleashed their rage on the most deadly veteran among them, sparking a full-scale civil war at the worst possible time. At the heart of the Vision's collapse is a simple truth: dominance cannot coexist with unchained ambition. Brock Lesnar's ferocious alpha instinct clashed constantly with Bron Breakker's raw, explosive hunger to prove himself, while Bronson Reed simmered with a silent but dangerous power of his own. The tension wasn't a question of if. It was only a matter of when. And when it finally snapped, it snapped with a ferocity that left the arena breathless. The attack came out of nowhere. Brock Lesnar had wrapped up his responsibilities for the night and was heading toward his car, unaware that the future he had accidentally helped build was about to turn on him. As he reached for the door, Breakker and Reed emerged from the shadows with the cold precision of predators who had been waiting for their moment. Breakker struck first, ramming Lesnar into the car with the kind of impact that echoed through the parking lot, and Reed immediately followed with a crushing assault that rattled the concrete. Lesnar fought back with the wild intensity that earned him the name the Beast, but this wasn't a match. This was an execution. Breakker drilled him with spear after spear, each one carrying more brutality, more fury, more intention than the last. Reed crushed him against the vehicle with tsunami splashes that dented metal, leaving Lesnar gasping and broken on the pavement. And just when it felt like the assault couldn't get more disturbing, Paul Heyman walked calmly into frame. No panic. No shock. No hesitation. He looked down at the fallen beast with an expression that revealed everything. This wasn't a betrayal he was reacting to. This was a betrayal he had orchestrated. Brock, Heyman said in a tone that was colder than the November night around them, the Vision was never about you. It was always about what comes after you. The future doesn't wait for you to step aside. Sometimes the old guard needs to be removed by force. Standing over Lesnar, Breakker shouted, "This is my moment now," as medical teams scrambled around them, unsure whether Lesnar could even respond. And with that declaration, the WWE Universe realized the full scope of Heyman's plan. From the beginning, everyone assumed Brock Lesnar was the centerpiece of the Vision faction, the ultimate weapon, the anchor, the alpha. But tonight revealed the truth. Lesnar was never the foundation of the Vision. He was a temporary tool, a battering ram, a resource that Heyman used to polish and sharpen the true future of his empire, Breakker's explosive ambition and Reed's destructive power. What makes this betrayal even more chilling is the strategy behind it. By eliminating Lesnar just days before Survivor Series, Heyman achieves everything he wants in one move. He elevates Breakker and Reed into unstoppable apex predators. He removes the unpredictable chaos that Lesnar always brought to the table. And he sends a warning across the entire WWE roster, a warning that loyalty means nothing in the Vision, and nobody is safe from Heyman's evolution. For Roman Reigns' team, this chaos is a dangerous double-edged sword. On one side, the Vision is now without its most terrifying weapon. On the other, Breaker and Reed are unleashed with no restraints, no leash, and no fear. And if Heyman is willing to sacrifice Brock Lesnar of all people, imagine the lengths he's prepared to go next. This implosion is only the beginning of a fallout that's about to shake WWE to its core. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Did you see the Young Lions turning on Brock Lesnar, or did this betrayal catch you as off guard as the rest of the world? The Vision has changed forever, and the chaos that follows will reshape everything.